Hello YouTube, it's been a while since I've made some videos. I thought I would show you this. I believe V Westlife has one similar to this, but this is my IBM M52 small form factor machine. I bought this for $43 to the door from TechTurn when they had a holiday 50 coupon. As you can see, it's got a DVD-ROM in it. This will soon either be a DVD CDRW or a DVD-R. Have to find out which. It was supposed to be a DVD CDRW, and it's just the wrong machine. You know, when you're an e-cycler and you process a lot of hardware, small little stupid things like this happen. But they're happy to take care of it for me. They always have been. Had really good luck with these guys. I like them a lot. This is actually, I believe, an A-grade system. It might even be a B-grade. It's a little dusty just because it's been sitting on my desk for quite a while. I've been meaning to do a video about this, but I haven't had the time. Anyway, very, very small machine. Very low profile, meant to run most, if not all, the time. It's pretty much entirely toolless. I believe the one V Westlife has is an S51, but it's been a while since I've looked at his video. Anyway, the M52 has a 945G or GC chipset, I believe. Pardon the derp in the video there. My screen just decided it was going to be angry. And it's, you know, it's like I said, it's pretty much entirely toolless. I'm going to see if I can do this one-handed here. Looks like I can. This came stock with 1 gig of RAM, a Pentium 4 3 gigahertz hyper-threaded processor, which I've upgraded to a Pentium D dual-core 930. I believe it's got 64-bit extensions, but it does not do SSE 3. Which, this machine could be Hackintoshed. I had some trouble. Even though this has GMA 950 video, it's the other device ID, which is the weird one. So it mostly sits here as an OpenSUSE Linux machine, which actually runs really well in this machine. I did do some upgrades. Anyway, to get to the drives, slide these back like this, and this whole bit here will flip up. And there's your 2 fans there. There's your CPU heatsink, which is actually, it's warm, but it's not burning hot. There's your optical drive, your hard drive, which in this case is a crappy 80 gig Seagate, which I'm having replaced. It had some, pardon me, fingers over the mic. It had some hard drive issues. Its smart data was not the best it could have been, so I told them they're sending me out another drive. Here are the add-in riser board here, which just pops out again, toolless. This has a PCI slot and a ADD2R slot, which is supposedly supposed to be PCIe X1 compatible. Some people have had mixed results with this, but what this is used for is Intel, for business and corporate spec, had an option where you could add extra ports to the onboard video, which is what, hang on just a second, what this would have been for. This is the ADD2R DVI add-on board, if the camera decides to focus, which it probably won't. Come here, camera. Good boy. There we go. This will add DVI-I to the existing board, and you can use both of these at once when you do this, which is nice. I've seen these run dual display. I've even seen this run as a with a dual display as a Hackintosh before, which I've been trying to find the instructions for this particular machine, and some people just haven't been very forthcoming with it. I don't know why. But so we're going to do an upgrade here. I'm going to add this to it, and so I can use my larger Dell 2007 WFP display with it, because I've been using a 15-inch LCD that I bought very cheap with it, so I'd like to be able to use my larger display on it. I'd make this my regular desktop Linux machine, aside from some other upgrades that will be done to some other hardware I have. It has a ACBell power supply, which I was really surprised to learn that it had in it when I cracked it open, and if the camera focuses I might be able to get you the ratings on it. I believe, I'm going to move the camera out of the way here for a minute, that this is a, come here now, I think this is 225 watt, but I can't really read it at this angle. Anyway, Yeah. Looks like 223 watt or 225. You might be able to read that better than I can. But that's what's powering this, which would be enough to run a PCI graphics card if I wanted to add some kind of accelerated video to it. Again, it came with one gig stick of RAM, which I added a second to. It likes to run its RAM at 533, which for a desktop machine I don't care about. That's fine. These retail for about like anywhere between $78 to $100 something. I know TechTurn sells most of these for about $78 right now. They were at the time when I bought this full price before the coupon, but I think now they're $84 plus a bit of shipping. I have a dealer account, so I get things at 15% off, which I can ship that stuff anywhere. So if you want to take advantage of it, do let me know. Yeah. The nice thing about this, the optical drive is IDE, and the hard drive is SATA. But if you'll notice, where are they at here? On this motherboard, there is provisions, as soon as I can find it, for a second SATA device here. Which would, my guess, be that you could add a second... I don't believe there's room for a second hard drive, but you might be able to add a SATA optical drive, because as you can see, there's power provision there for another SATA power device, which would probably be the optical drive. So they had some means of expandability in this machine. The motherboard is a proprietary form factor, but since this is above consumer grade, I don't see this dying, especially since it's from IBM. This is actually almost iconic because this is one of the first machines manufactured by Lenovo, and still have the IBM branding on it, and be done with the Lenovo tooling. Now, most of you don't know this, but I believe since about 2006, Lenovo had already been doing some of IBM's hardware. So when they did the sellout, and Lenovo bought all of their PC division, it had been a long time coming. I mean, it was already well underway. So it really shouldn't have been as much of a surprise as it ended up being, which even for me it was, and then I did some digging and found out about it. As you can see here, there is a very small, barely adequate speaker, which for a corporate environment is fine for just Windows sounds and basic this, that, and the other. This is the floppy ribbon, which I believe is a laptop-style floppy, but I don't know for sure. It could just be pure proprietary. This thing generally runs pretty quiet, and it's been a really good machine to me. Fold this up here without destroying cables, if I can manage to do so, because that would be bad if I did that. Let's see here. I believe that is the way they intended for this to go. As soon as I can get that shaped a little bit better than it is. Because that's one thing you really don't want with this, is that heatsink to get too close to that cabling like that. That would most certainly not be advantageous. Not in the least. Let's see here. Well, anyway. I'll fiddle with this later. So what we're going to do right now is just add this ADD2R card in here, which is done. If I can do this one-handed, I'm going to try. Remember, unedited live video, people. And you simply just flip that tab over. I can take this blank out, if I can get it to come out. Cards are very securely mounted in this caddy, believe it or not. You wouldn't think so, but they most certainly are. I had a bitch of a time getting either of the blanks out for this. Come on now. Alright, there. That should stay in there. Oh no, hang on. There we go. Again, the camera being horribly out of focus because it does not want to cooperate with me at all. Because it's mean like that. And there, again, is another glimpse of the ADD2R connection, which I'm doing totally one-handed, by the way, looking through the camera. So, there we go. Simply insert. And if we can get it to snap in, like it should. Oh, come on, focus you. There we go. Tasty. Alright. So we'll just get that all nice and fitted together, like so. Shut the flap, and we'll reinsert it. And we'll be right back with shoving this back in.